Hello and welcome to another episode of Share and Shine Your Story podcast. I'm Dina Marais, founder of Soul Purpose Publishing and Coaching, 3-time international best-selling author and soul-aligned business coach. And I created Share and Shine Your Story podcast to give you guidance on how to get published and make a profit from your book. If you're a coach or service-based entrepreneur looking to elevate your brand and business by becoming a best-selling author or to make a profit from your book, then you are in the right place. So let's get started. When I wrote my story for the first time, I had so many emotions coming up, mostly shame, anger, guilt, and fear. I felt guilty to speak my truth. I didn't boast about the book being launched. I didn't want my family to see it because it felt like a betrayal, even though I said that it was from my perspective. Then 5 years later, I wrote my story again, twice, for different multi-author books. The most significant version was in the first book that I also published, My Mess is My Message. And now, as I'm putting together my second book, I find that my story has changed. Yes, the core of the message is still the same, but it has evolved beyond that. And I'm sure that with My Mess is My Message too, it will change once again. You know, it is said that what you don't own owns you. Owning your story is energetically super important. But what is your story really? It is an account of your human journey that is actually your spiritual journey of finding your way home to your true self. Because we are eternal spiritual beings, in this life, it is but a blip of who we really are. We came here to have an individual experience separate from the oneness where we come from. And boy, do we have an individual experience par excellence. We are so successfully conditioned into believing that we are separate from everyone else, and especially from God or universe or source, or what you would like to call the creator. And so we are on a journey to find our way back home to source, to our true self. And that's why for most coaches, healers, entrepreneurs, the story of their journey is a hero's journey. And yes, like most stories, it contains aspects that we are not proud of, where we feel the emotions of fear, guilt, shame, anger, etc. But we realize that we are not our thoughts and emotions. We have thoughts and emotions. We are then also not what we do, not what we have, not others' opinions, and we are not our past. We are way more than that. We are unconditionally valuable and loved. And the moment we realize and integrate this fully, we can own our story as what it is, our story, to help others on their journey. The moment we own our story, we disidentify from it, and it loses its power over us. It's just our story. And with this inner freedom, we fully step into our power. Now, we accept ourselves. We accept our past with all its mistakes. We have compassion for ourselves, for being so brave to choose this journey. We appreciate ourselves for what we have created and for what we are destined to co-create with Source. And we are in awe of ourselves as one with God, seeing ourselves the way that God sees us. And we feel that love when we connect to our hearts. What is crucial, though, is that you write your story. It is a gift to yourself and your business that keeps on giving. Writing your story results in you seeing yourself in a whole new light. And let me add, for the better. You become aware of aspects of your journey that you have forgotten about, and remembering them from a new perspective due to the wisdom that you have gained. It's also freeing to get it down, get it out of yourself where you can see it. Writing your story is a hugely transformational process. It gives you insight and inner freedom, that realizing it's just your story, your human journey, and that it's not you. However, it's important to acknowledge your wisdom, the lessons, how far you've come, and how sharing it will benefit others. One client of mine said that it saved her thousands of dollars in therapy, writing her story. So whatever book or books you plan to write, you'll always include your story, because that's how your people relate to you. Business 101 teaches us that your ideal soul clients want to know, like, and trust you before they buy from you. And writing your story does that for you. Your ideal soul clients want to know that you have been where they are now, and that you have proven that you can lead them to where they want to be. And showing up vulnerable and authentically is what people connect to. They're not interested in theory. They want proof that you can walk your talk. Now, let's face it, there's a lot of noise, a lot of theory that is not backed up by the results it promises. And most of all, we all love stories that capture our hearts and minds and take us on a journey. And this is what you'll be writing. You will take your ideal soul clients on a journey to see themselves through your story. They will empathize with your struggles. They will be inspired by your determination, and they will celebrate your victory. By reading your story, they will know you, they will like you, trust you, and they buy from you. So now that you are owning and writing your story, what are you doing with it? There are many different ways to leverage your story. With your 3,000-word story written, you have a chapter ready to participate in a multi-author book. And you can adapt your story to the theme of the book. You can create a lead magnet of your story that you put on your website and build your audience. And then there's the added benefit of a plethora or a plethora, I think that's a better pronunciation, of stories sprouting from writing your story. I just got such a fun visual seeing stories sprouting. These are gems that you can use in your messaging because people love stories. And as the saying goes, they may not remember what you said, but they will never forget how you made them feel. And this only happens through stories. With this plethora of stories, you have amazing, authentic content at your fingertips to deploy in your posts and emails, when you appear on podcasts, etc. And writing our stories is also, unfortunately, something that we put off, as we are too busy being busy. So that's why I'm inviting you to join me for an hour a day for a week to write your 3,000-word story. Excuses of, I don't have the time, don't fly. Because as you know, you will always do the important things. You might not be able to attend every day, but you can commit to find 30 minutes to write. And that is what the workshop is all about, to write, to get it done. I guide you and give you feedback and answer your questions on the spot. Every day consists of me sharing tips on writing your story for about 10 minutes or less, and then we write together. If you have written your story a while back, come and rewrite it with new perspectives and insights that you'd love to include. This Write Your Story workshop runs from the 16th to the 22nd of November. So how about it? Are you joining us? You can check the link below in the show notes. But for a short link, if you can remember, is bit.ly/live story workshop. So there you have it. Thanks for joining me for another episode of Share and Shine Your Story. Feel free to send me your questions that you'd like to be answered. Remember to subscribe, to leave a review, to follow me on social media, and do the free quiz, What's Your Best-Selling Author Path? All the links are in the notes, and I'll see you next week. Same place, same time. Bye for now.